It's actually here! Best Special Moves Part 5. The DLC Saga. What a way to finish the series, talking about the few characters that I have left to do. It's a little unfortunate that I'm choosing to end this now and not when the entire Fighters Pass is out, but hear me out. Those last characters will be graced with fully detailed breakdowns and their own personal videos, so maybe, not a bad thing. I don't know. Regardless, let's start with this comment by the one and only Blue Hacks for Piranha Plant. Looking at this, I agree. This little spiky ball is an absolute killer. Most special moves are very straightforward, but Neutral B has a ton of different uses. Ledge trapping, edge guarding without giving up stage control, baiting and punishing, returning the stage with a hitbox, spitting out a strong projectile in general. It's a move you'll have to master if you plan on joining the Plant Gang, and only because it's such a great tool to use in Neutral. To be fair, his other special moves aren't bad. They have their place in the meta with their own trapping techniques, but it seems a little obvious that this neutral tool is probably the best in his kit. On that topic, DLC characters have a knack for having nearly all their special moves being useful, as in there isn't really a bad move in any of the characters that I've seen. And I might dive deeper into these things in another video, but moving forward, we do have Joker. Between all of his special moves that I believe are absolutely essential in his toolkit, the one that has to be the most useful would be Aha, or Aegon. Off the top, it adds a poison effect to whoever is hit with it, which will deal a total of 13.2% damage and 20% damage with Arsene. Can be used to recover back on stage with a hitbox, add ongoing damage in neutral, add damage to offstage opponents, and just really piss people off. It's a great little projectile that causes some moderate amount of panic in an opponent, realizing their damage is ticking upwards and there's absolutely nothing they can really do about that. Besides maybe Sudoku, but that's counterintuitive. Hero, I'm still on the fence for. I look at top players and casual users and I just can't decide, so I'm going to present with you two options. So let's get the basic one out of the way. Zap, Zapple, Kazap. Hear me out. Quick, high damage, amazing knockback, basic input, easy to learn, consistent. The last is probably the most important. Here's why. Marth is viewed as a worse Lucina for one reason: consistency. Marth's damage and knockback will change depending on where on his sword he lands a hit with. Lucina does not. From up close to the tip, she has consistent damage. Yeah, she has consistent damage and knockback, which is important because you don't want to spend an extra second of the game guessing or paying attention to spacing more, or wondering if you need to follow up from a strong hit or from a weak hit. And this is where command selection comes in. It's not Marth's hitbox. It's a very powerful menu system with a lot of powerful moves and a couple that are negative. A menu system that allows Kaboom, Magic Burst, Thwack, Oomph, and Hocus Pocus also gives you Kaklang, Metal Slash, Kamikaze, and Hocus Pocus. So this is why I'm torn. On one side, you have an extremely random menu system that forces you to take your eyes off of your opponent and read quickly for an optimal play, or just risk the first menu item like a fool. But those lead to easy and unfair kills. And on the other hand, you have consistency. Consistency that kills, does great damage. It's a good get off me tool, a great burst option, and high knockback. So that's where I'm at and will always be until I'm convinced of one or the other. But honestly, ban Hero. Terry has no bad special move. Fight me. No, really. I mean, okay, Rising Tackle is ass as far as recovery goes, but that's its only limitation. We're here for the best move, and I'm going to say it's the most unique special move in the entire game. Crack Shoot. That's right, Bag B, the only Bag B in the entire game. Let me explain. Its uses almost parallel Burning Knuckle, and yes, even Burning Knuckle has a kill confirm plus a shield break setup, but believe me when I say Crack Shoot is a faster burst option. It can cross shields easier, it does a ton of shield damage itself, which is great for shield pressuring, and it can true combo from multiple setups. It's a great way to get back on stage, it's a great ledge option, it's a good stalling option. The only problem it has, and albeit a pretty damn bad one, is it doesn't kill till maybe 200-ish. It has no kill confirms. And I know these are important, but the pros in Crack Shoot's neutral really outweigh the pros of all the other moves. And before you say it, Power Dunk is great, but punishable, and can be DI'd at kill percent anyways. And I know it's a meme and I'm probably the best for it, but if I'm gonna be serious, Crack Shoot has gotten me out of bad situations and into good ones just by randomly throwing it out in neutral. But wait, secondary are his special input moves. Dude, these are both great. Both have kill confirms. Both kill disgustingly early. Both have light armor. So, differences. Huge hitbox. Catches landings easily. Breaks shields. Command grab. Travels further. More than one kill confirm. Can be used in a 0 to death. And it's another tough one, honestly. But because it has so many kill confirms and has so many combo setups, Buster Wolf is probably the better super special move in the game. I mean, no one else has a super special move in the game, so haha. Byleth, another main, and to be honest, easier answer. The Sword of the Creator. Sounds hella dope. The tether recovery, which lands combos, can kill confirm, recovers from really far down, and even when it can't, it can stick into the stage to ensure recovery. And of course, the kills off stage with up B are always hype to this day. They still feel absolutely killer. Alright, so Minman doesn't have a special move. So rather than skip her, I'm just gonna go over her best alternate arm. And so between Ram, Dragon Plus, and Megawatt, I feel the most useful in that is going to be Megawatt, and let me explain. Although Ram is a faster option, and Dragon Plus combos from 0 to around 60 damage, Megawatt is still one of the only kill options Minman has in neutral. Just a Nair can be enough with a medium weight character. That same Nair does absolutely nothing with the other two arms. Not only that, but the hitbox lasts a little bit longer, meaning at ledge, you can catch get up options easier for a kill than the other arms would. Although I will say ahead of time, it is a good idea to switch through the arms when appropriate, as they all have their different uses in combat. Steve! Okay, so I'll say, most useful, his dig, obviously, neutral B, is literally the move that makes all other moves possible. But I don't want to bore you by saying like, oh, that's his best one. I mean, it is, but because he could dig, and if he did nothing, then what's the point of digging? But digging gives you tools, and these tools, like the minecart, is going to be the most useful in the game. Let me break it down. It helps you in recovery while providing a hitbox. It's the only special in the game that is 1. A projectile, 2. A command grab, 3. A berry, 4. A kill option, 5. A recovery tool, 6. It helps you land. It's a combo starter. This is one of the most broken moves in the game. And when you have gold and redstone, it is pretty much game over. Really good info to know and really good tip to know when you do have Steve. All right, and finally, Sephiroth. You know, this guy is still relatively too new to really make a fair comparison between his moveset. I mean, our data is still limited in the meta. I feel whatever I decide might be considered null as the meta progresses, but meta progressing or not, I do have a choice to make, don't I? And at the time of this video, I can't help but feel Shadow's Flare is going to be not only his best right now, but even as the meta progresses, I feel it'll still be quite the best move. The quickness of its short burst option allows it to be used frequently without fear of retaliation. But most importantly, it enables Sephiroth to place himself up for follow-ups. It's very useful in determining what the opponent is more likely to do when Shadow Flare is present, either run away, become overtly aggressive, roll, shield, spot dodge, hang on ledge, etc. In this sense, their habit becomes your conditioning to a very, very hard punish. Something like a super easy shield break. Again, this dude is pretty new still, but it's just the way that I perceive the gameplay to determine that that will be his best move and will remain that as the months follow. And so that's my thoughts on these characters that I paid extra for. Overall, they're very broken in their own ways, and I assume that's part of the pay-to-win package that they encompass. Now, that doesn't mean they're invincible, but this is the first time in the series I have struggled with multiple characters and multiple moves in the same section, strictly because of the overwhelming amount of special moves that are viable from each of these characters. I'm really excited for the following 3 to come out. Yeah, I'm really excited for the following 3 to come out. I think it's going to be absolutely nuts when they do, and I can't wait to break these guys down and do like a whole segment on them instead of just like a quick minute-long formula for them. But who knows when that'll happen, and we'll see what happens. That being said, I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'll be back with a quick Smash Facts video within a week of posting this one, and trust me, you really don't want to miss out on that one. There's a lot of interesting stuff that I've found that I haven't seen anybody else cover before. So I'm very excited about that. I'll see you guys next time. Please take care and peace.